Shout out to the CIA. One love, FBI. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, people? Way to end the week. End the week with a hot stream to talk to some of the sexy ladies. Answer some of these questions y'all been hitting me with. Oh my God, what's going on, man? You keep saying all this stuff. You jabronis, people calling during the stream. What's going on, man? You keep saying it, that the CV done changed things and, this or that. And it's getting kind of hard out here. I'm a little nervous. I mean, what do I need to do? I'm working on myself. And look here, lady, calm down. I mean, after all, I'm just a lowly image consultant. That's all. Just a lowly image consultant, life coach. And I'm just a guy who actually hangs around and works with the guys that you know you won't. So when it gets right down to it, then, this or that, and it's getting kind of hard out here. I'm a little nervous. When it gets right down to it, it's like I'm working on myself. And look here, lady, calm down. When it gets right down to it, I'm getting a little, I'm getting a little up in my feelings. Shout out to Bernard Riley. He had a show up with Obsidian on earlier today, and he asked a question that I felt like needed some, they asked me my opinion of some things, and I was more than, willing to go ahead and, Hello. God dog it. Gotta love the fact that people just love when you get prank calls, sometimes it's just better to answer. So, all right. So before we get into this whole thing, your Godfather is on your side, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on your side, but I gotta tell you the truth as I see it. Ladies, let me tell you something. High value men, the men that you got, the men that you ladies say you want, these guys are good. These guys are hella good, okay? I mean, a lot of the men I know, their businesses are up during the time of the CV, and I'm going to tell you, I was out and about today in Atlanta, and I am hearing some god-awful stories because the largest employers of women in general, black women in particular, federal government and retail. And retail, man, Neiman Marcus, bankruptcy. Macy's shutting down places. Suit Supply talking about going completely virtual. It's hard out there. And what I said in the stream earlier today is it's time for a come to Jesus talk. Most single career women need 3 things in order to land a high value man. But let's get into it. For people who don't know my channel, I talk about men need to be CIA, confident, intelligent, assertive. Women should be FBI, feminine, beautiful, inspirational, okay? When you hear me throwing around a term called Henry is an acronym that stands for high earner, not rich yet. That means these guys are out there getting after it, getting it done, but they're not quite where they need to be. They're in the building phases. So all my boys, all my guys, they're out, working, grinding, as it were, from the ages of 18 to 30. They don't even look up really until they hit about 30 years old. And then when they do look up, they are looking up for women who are going to be okay with being on their program. And that's what I need you ladies to understand, that the kind of men you guys say you want, they are out there. They are available. But when a man spends that much time working and building, he's looking for a teammate, somebody who can execute the plays that he's running. He's not looking for a partner, as it were. He's not looking for you to come in and put your hands all over the creations after he's got it done. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. The Henrys, high earners, not rich yet, broken down into two categories. Blake Henry. Blake Henry's the white collar guy. Blake stands for Brad, Lee, Ahmed, Keith, and Enrique. Black, Asian, Middle Eastern, black, white, Asian, Middle Eastern, black, and Hispanic. Blake, B-L-A-K-E. Henry, high earner, not rich yet. I've already broken down the positions that a lot of these guys will have. We're talking about men in the top 10%. Top 10%. They're making $120,000 to be in the top 20%. Top 10%. To be in the top 10%, you need to make $10,000 a month in Dallas. And you need to, and in order to be making that kind of money, you have to be a hard worker and a high earner. And these guys want to be in the top 5%. Because a lot of you ladies say you want to be stay-at-home wives. And you know you want to be a stay-at-home suburban wife. You ain't trying to be living in a trailer park nowhere. That takes $300,000, $350,000 or more. Blake Henry's white collar. Blue Henry's the blue collar Henry. I had a whole program about blue collar men. Go check it out. That's the background. The net of it is that regardless if they're blue collar or white collar, a lot of women today say they want to be stay-at-home wives and, and I'm going to tell you this, that's cool. But if you want to be a stay-at-home wife, you got to be stay-at-home wife material. And that's a young woman. That is a young woman. That's a young woman's game. That's a woman's game who's 27 and under. 27 and under. Stay-at-home wives. When these guys go looking for wives at 35 years old, they're not looking for 30-year-old women. They're looking for women at least 10 years younger than them. Somebody who does not have all the emotional baggage, just doesn't have all the, call it mileage, just call it years. They don't have all that. Looking for somebody who is younger, less experienced, and somebody who can follow a lot better. That's what these guys are looking for. So when a man hits that kind of income, $120,000 or something, he's about 30 years old. So the questions really start to come here's a question. What if you're a woman 30 to 35 years old? Do you really have a plethora of options out there? I mean, I know a lot of women on YouTube and stuff talk like they're living their best life, but you don't need to go any further than Fox Soul and look at Queens and Cocktails, and you see attractive 40-plus-year-old black women. Vivica, no husband. Lisa Ray, divorced. One, I think, has maybe a husband, another has a boyfriend. Coincidentally, I want to say Claudia, I thought it was kind of interesting. Her boyfriend popped up on camera accidentally. This little young dude was fixing her ring light, and Vivica and them was like, ooh. I'm like, this little young bird-chested little dude. And I said in the chat room, I said, I just wonder if 4 Generation X plus Generation X celebrity men were sitting around talking about relationships and a young Tinder popped up on the live stream, what will women say? I'm like, you got this little boy over here. That's your language, not ours. But anywho, I digress. If you're 30 or 35 plus, do you have any real world options? And with the work world changing after this whole thing that's gone on, are you really prepared for what's next? Because what's next is now. I don't know where you living, but I can tell you this: when you carry yourself back out into the work world, you're going to find very quickly that the work world has changed forever. A lot of people are going to be finding out, a lot of women are going to find out they don't have jobs anymore. It's not as though, you're going to have a lot of options. A lot of people are going to find this out. So if that's the case, men have always been put into the world to where we knew we had to work and build, or we died penniless and destitute. Most women don't have to deal with this. Most women have been raised to think somebody's going to take care of them. If not a man, the state. The state can't afford it. So some questions. Are you truly in charge of your own dating life if you're 35 plus? No. You're not in charge of it like you used to be when you was, 23. The older you get, the less you are, and less in charge you really are. How does being single hurt men over 35 to the end of their life? And in comparison, how does being single hurt women over 35 to the end of their life? Two very different things. So I got to ask you ladies, is it better for you to go ahead and settle? Try to come up with some kind of arrangement, or go it alone? Let me rephrase that. Can you even get to a mental mind state where you are right now in order to be capable of settling if a man wanted to offer you something? Or have you invested so much of relational energy into pets, careers, and other things that you don't have the social or the soft skills to even deal with Blue or Blake or whoever? Do you really have options? And I think over the last couple of weeks, you guys have seen me kind of talk to women and find out that, a lot of women just talk. They really don't have that meat on the bone. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to get on to it. It's possible for women's soft skills to suck too. They could be socially awkward. But is all hope lost? And are you doomed? 363 people watching, and we got a sad 110 people hitting the like button. Now, you know damn well that ain't what we do. So hit the like button. We're going to need 10 folks to go ahead and drop something in the bucket, because ladies, this one is for you. This one is for you. 3 things. 3 things that can save your life right now. Okay. We're going to have to get that we're going to need some folks to drop something in the super chat, because I tell you what, I will let this thing elapse. Mr. You know who it is actually trying to save these hoes. First off, I think you may be a little bit confused about who I am. I don't deal with hoes. I don't deal with hoes. None of the guys I deal with hoes. Let's see. Oh, y'all didn't think I was serious? I will shut this shit down. I didn't say much anything. All right, I was basically just saying this. Blue Henrys, Blake Henrys. Blue Henrys and Blake Henrys. That's what you just saw show up in the chat room. Blue Henrys are the guys that are the 20 to 30% of enterprising guys that start their businesses off and actually outpace the Blake Henrys. They get to it first. Blake Henrys come along afterwards, the white collar brothers. But the younger guys, they fall into one or two of the categories. They're either going to be Blue or Blake. Blue or Blake, Blue or Blake. Under 30-year-old men. If you're under 30-year-old man and you know you're going to fall into a Blue category or Blake category, raise your hand. If you're under 35, I prefer 30, but I give you under 35. That's the men who have their head down from 18 to 30, 35, busting 60 to 80 hours a week, working their butt off with 2 and 3 jobs, working out there, failing, trying, failing better, eating pinto beans and syrup sandwiches, living with their buddies, living in their cars, trying all this other stuff. Those are the guys I want to know. Time you out again? Okay. Are you coming in here still talking about hoes? I still have no. I got sound. Jeremy. Oh yeah, man, you got to get up out of here. You just in here talking crazy. Bye, Mister. You know who it is. Don't come in here acting crazy, man. Ebony, I need to hear from you. I want to talk to you, Ebony. Ebony, email me. Email me, Ebony. Lord, Jeremy, there he is. Millennials lead the way. Brian, that's what's up. Look at it. Mr. Cooper, come on, guys, get in here. Give me these hit squads. These are my hit squads. Hit squad men. What does hit squad stand for? Hit squads stand for Henry in Training. So congratulations to my 35 and under Blue Blakes. You're part of the hit squad. Henry in Training. Yes, t-shirts are coming. CIA t-shirts are coming. FBI t-shirts are coming. Image Matters coming. Show Your Work is coming. Blue Henry, Blake Henry coming. Blue Henry's going to be the blue shirt. Blake Henry's going to be black and white shirt. Hit Squad. HIT, Henry in Training. Yes, baby, we're going to get conversation started on these t-shirts. Hit Squad. So, ladies, if you're a young woman, look at Blue, look at Blake, look at Hit Squad. If you're a smart young woman, Ebony K, your daughters need to be looking for members of the Hit Squad right now while they're in college. But let's say you get on up out of school. They can hear me. They can hear me just fine. I see the sound going on. I see the sound going on. You might need to refresh your browser. But what I need you guys to ask yourself a question. See, men always have to survive. Men always have to survive. Let's say you get on. Men always got to survive and do something. Does anyone else? Jesse Lee, go ahead and help you out, man. Don't come in my channel talking about any other content creators. Scott, it's rude. Here's what I need you to know. Ladies, I don't care where you are right now, whether you are a young Phoebe, FBI, or whether you're over 35. 3 things. These 3 things can save your life. Do you want to know what they are? College ain't worth it these days, people. Keep your opinion to yourself. These 3 things can save your life. Ladies, how many ladies in the chat room want to know what the 3 things are that can save your life? Raise your hand if you're a lady and you want to know what 3 things can save your life. Godfather, what are these 3 things that can save my life? I'm dying over here, Godfather. It's 10:42. And I don't know if I got a job to go to. I've been sequestered for 2 months and I ain't got me a Henry in here. And I had chances and I just, please help me, Godfather. Please, please, please. I done read Derek Jackson's book. I done read Steve Harvey's book. I done read all these books and went to all these seminars. I done been to this pink this and that. It ain't working. So much so that I'm over here on the Image Consultant and Life Coaches channel just looking for some help. Just give me some help. We're just looking for a little help. Please help us, Godfather. Help us. Help us. Lord have mercy. If this don't work, I don't know what I'm going to do because everybody else keep telling me, live your best life and be strong and independent and da-da-da-da-da. You're the only person that done told me something kind of truthful that I can sit back and say, this might work. I tell you, the 3 things that can save your life right now. You know what they are? First, me. An image consultant. A qualified image consultant can save your life. Why? because I'm going to tell you the truth. Here you go. Book your consult right now. A qualified image consultant is like an oncologist. It's like a cardiac surgeon. See, we're not plastic surgeons where we give you the most optimistic case. An oncologist comes back and tell you your results came in. You got stage 3 lymphoma. Here are our treatment options. You got stage 4 pancreatic cancer. We have no options. We're just talking about quality of life. See, there are people who get paid a lot of money to do ugly jobs that deal in outcomes. I'm an outcome guy. Outcome guys can have a bedside manner, but when you're delivering a fatal prognosis, there is no bedside manner that's going to change the fact that you're going to die. An image consultant will sit down with you, like myself, and profile you and look you dead in the eye and tell you, here is where you stand. Especially, here is where you stand, especially when you're trying to find certain men. Image consultant. That's the first thing you need. Okay, Voltaire 325. Let me go ahead and time you out for highlighting my name. When you put highlight my name, it already ticks me off. And then when you ask me some silly shit about chicken or some stupidness, when I'm talking about something else, you get timed out. Doing silly shit like that. I don't know what's wrong with some of you folks. Image consultant. Let you know what your sexual marketplace value is relative to the kind of guys you say you're looking for. And after that, help you with a plan to get there. Help you with a plan to get there. What do you mean you can't hear me? Why can't you hear me, Ebony? I don't know why. I can hear myself just fine. Say you're looking for help you with a plan to get there. Help you with a plan to get there. Image consultant. More on me later. A good image consultant can save your life, but we're only part of it. We're only part of the strike team, Ebony. We're only part of the strike team. See, it's like a good oncologist. You know, he can give you the diagnosis, but he still needs his nurse and he needs the anesthesia. You got people to help you. You know who else can help you? After the image consultant? Matchmaker. Matchmakers. Matchmakers can save your life because, let's be honest, as good of a woman as you may believe you are, you're too old to be out here ripping and running trying to be in the dating scene after 35 years old. That shit was over 10 years ago. You should have left the dating scene 10 years ago. So let this be your wake-up call. Stay out of the clubs, lounges, and every place else where people who are under 25 go. Your old butt don't need to be there no more. Blake Henry and Blue Henry ain't gonna come to the church to find you either. Men ain't in church like that. Single men aren't like that in church. Married men are in church. Single men aren't. So how you gonna find Blue or Blake? No. You're gonna go to a matchmaker and you're gonna, especially after you work with me, because a good matchmaker is gonna tell you, you need an image makeover. And they're gonna send you to me. They're gonna send you to me. They're going to send you to somebody like me. That's what they're going to do. They're going to send you to somebody like me. And then after that, Helix. Why are you in here asking these questions? Why don't you just chill out, man? Honey, let him go. He's just in here. He's just talking. Let me help you out, dude. You just listen. That's what I need you to do. You just pay attention. So what I need you to do, follow your Godfather. If you're not a member of, if you're not following me in the frat room, you need to go get on IG. Follow me every day on IG. I always go live on IG talking in the frat room. And for sure, if you're not a member of Patreon, you're losing your mind. Every Monday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, you get a webinar where you get to talk to the Godfather himself every Monday at 6:30. Join Patreon, support the mission. Shout out to all you. So, image consultant, Honey Lemon, image consultant will help you understand what your style personality is, the basics to a feminine, the basics to the basic pieces you need to have a stellar feminine wardrobe, and a high-level view of your sexual marketplace value. Now, not all image consultants can do that. I do, because I have a particular way of conducting my image consults. Walking away with those three things when you should really only walk away with one, count yourself lucky. Matchmakers. I've already told you, you need to go to those 10 cities. And you need to be in the places where these guys can find you. Stop playing. Stop playing and start using the matchmaker. But let me let you know why they don't tend to use these things, guys. Because I'm going to tell you something else. The last thing that can save your life, the last thing that can save your life, anybody want to guess? Who wants to guess the last thing that can save your life? The last thing that can save your life. Anybody? Somebody throw some guesses in there. How much? Somebody will guess. Throw some guesses in there. Throw some guesses in there. And I'm going to drop it in here. Here's what I want you to understand. Here's what I want you to understand. No. Personal trainer. Personal trainers. But let me tell you one of the reasons that a lot of women for whom this applies, who want these high quality men, will end up never finding them. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. I'm putting it in the chat room right now. The average cost per person using a matchmaking service is $5,000. And some people spend as much as $10,000 up to $50,000 for a set amount of matches. So let's talk about it. Strap in. We're about to have some turbulence. I need you to strap in, ladies. We're about to have some turbulence. But I'm going to land this plane and I'm going to get y'all on the line. We're about to have some turbulence. Let me let you know why it's like this. You have blown your youth. You spent the years between 18 and 35 doing whatever the hell you chose to do. No heat, no judgment. But you blew your youth. You blew your youth. When your counterparts who were looking to marry up and marry well were getting married their junior and senior year in college, the first and second year after college, they were married at 22 and 23, and you were laughing at those white girls and those Asian girls getting married at 22, 23. You getting married after college? That's too young. We need to go on girls trips and having our best life and hot girl summer and all this other bullshit. Now they're 10 years into their marriage, 3 kids deep, and their husband's a VP of marketing somewhere. And while you still got you and your cats are living in a loft downtown, driving your BMW in a middling career. You ain't on no career track. You blew your youth. You blew your youth. You can't get that back. You don't have time to play any more games. You don't have another 10 years to try to figure this shit out. You'll be 50. You don't have time to keep playing games. So if you watch my channel, you know what I tell my dudes. You got to pay for a learning curve. That's what an image consultant, a personal trainer, and a matchmaker will do for you. You pay for the learning curve. You separate yourself from all the other women. But here's the problem. No femininity coach. No. You don't need a femininity coach or a matchmaker. What you need is to be ready to be matched. A matchmaker is going to look at you and say, do you have the looks and the image for me to sell to Blake or Blue Henry? That's what they're going to do. They're going to determine whether or not they want to carry your product in their store. Why do you go into Neiman Marcus and you don't see FUBU or Sean John? Why do you see Tom Ford and Keaton? Why do you see Stefano Ricci, Gucci, Fendi, Dolce & Gabbana? Why don't you see lower end brands that you see in Target? Because Neiman Marcus doesn't want to carry that stuff in their store because they want high end customers to come to their store. Why don't they sell Creed or Le Labo at Walgreens? The more Walgreens get a lot more foot traffic because they want to have their brand have a certain level of panache. They want to attract the right people. That's your problem, ladies. You can't attract the right people. You're still trying to do it the cheap way. So let me go ahead and help you out. Like I tell my boys, if you're not willing to put $10,000 into yourself in a 12-month time frame for personal development just to get started, if you're not willing to invest about 5% of your gross every year, year on year, until you die, in personal development, self-improvement, coaching, and all this other stuff, go back over there with the 80%. If you're a woman and you think you're going to be able to find Blake or Blue because you got a fat butt, a cute face, it ain't going to happen. Blake and Blue, look in the chat room. My boys, these dudes are not picking you guys off the vine like they used to. The dating economy as we grew up is dead. It's a new game. And men, when they're looking for a wife, when they're looking for Phoebe, they don't go to the club and they don't leave it to chance. They go where they can verify who you are. That's what a matchmaker does. A matchmaker has the Carfax on you. A matchmaker has all your relevant information. They have your resume, your credit report, they got your background check done. That's why these guys go pay 5 figures to get a list of matches. And they pick from the matches. You need to be one of the matched. But you got to be ready for that. And sadly, a woman who doesn't work out, who's just now working out 3 times a week, you're not ready. See, you understand men got to get out of here and hustle and grind. But are you willing to get out here and hustle and grind just like the men? Are you willing to get out here and hustle and grind like the men? Join the show, ladies. Ask your Godfather some questions. I got something for you. Come on. You out here telling the men they need to hustle and grind. They need to da-da-da-da. At 35, you don't have options like you used to have at 22. You don't have the options you used to have. You don't have the options you used to have. Accept it. You don't have the options you used to have. Things have kind of started to sink. Gravity has kicked in. Your eggs are old at 35. Pregnancy is now high risk. How men evaluate women on very different things. You're competing with younger models. What are you willing to do? Let me tell you something. My guys, look at a woman who's done these things, working with an image consultant, a personal trainer, and a matchmaker. They look at that woman as a serious candidate because she's already done the work up front. She's become pre-qualified in those guys' eyes. Isn't it masculine to hustle and grind? I got a whole show for you, Lady B. If she wants kids, I guess. See, I'm pouring a bunch of cold water on a lot of you ladies. Let me tell you, especially if you're a black woman, you want a black man, there are 2 million more of you than black men. If you don't get a black man, I mean, if every black man got a black woman, 2 million of you would die alone. And those are the words I'm going to start using. Die alone. Because black men are your last option. Hispanic men, Asian men, Middle Eastern men, and white men are not marrying you. Your best shot is with a man that looks like you. I don't care about any other woman in the world. I care about the ones that say you want it. I don't care about all the stats what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to keep saying there ain't no good men out there. They need to, there ain't this, there ain't that. The stats say this. Are you going to get in there and start competing? So the reality is your counterparts of other cultures learn from an early age. They got to mate strategically. They got to be strategic and tactical about how they pick a man. They don't pick a man based on love or swag or looks. They pick a man based on hard stats. What's love got to do with it? Not a damn thing at this level. Let's get it. Let's get it. White men marry black women. Okay, well then, Honey B, you should have no problem. Lady B, you should have no problem according to what you think. Okay, let's be clear. This smoke show is not about Nicki Minaj. I have my schedule to do. I've heard about her video that she sat down with Brother Joe Budden. But I need you guys to understand that I don't make my content in reaction to a lot of stuff that you guys watch. I got a content strategy. I got stuff I'm talking about. And if you look at my schedule, roughly every 4 to 6 weeks, I have a smoke show. I'm going to Miami tomorrow, and I want to get it out there because it's time to hear the critics. When I go on the road and talk to people, when I'm out in the field and talk to men, talk to women, and hear, I want to hear what's going on. 25. Okay, if you're not getting the badges, I'm sorry, but I'm seeing them up there. And that woman your name is Tiff. No, Tiff, you're not ever coming back on my show. You want to come back on? You can book a time. My show, hold on, I'll be right back. My show is not to give you exposure. If you want brand exposure, purchase advertising. Hello, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 20. I'm 30. 30 from Atlanta.
20, you say you're 30 from Atlanta. All right, your first name?
Jasmine.
All right, so what's your criticism?
My criticism is I want you to critique the women who date men for money. Since you got so much negativity to say about women, how do you feel about women who date men or are with men specifically for money? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like they're wise or they're
I don't
dumb?
understand the question. You want me to critique who?
Criticize women who date men, specific men with intentions, meaning you're very specific about the women that you feel are within your means, within Kevin's line. What do you feel about the women that are specific about men as far as money? How do you feel about that? Like, is it good?
I need you. I don't know if you. No offense, but I don't know if you've been drinking. Because I'm not.
No, I've been trying to join your live.
Okay, other people are saying the same thing, so I don't understand the question. You want me to critique women who do what?
Who date men for money specifically? How do you feel about that?
Why? No.
Why?
No,
because
hold on. That's not a criticism. That's you wanted me to talk about a topic. I don't care if women date men for money. Anything else?
I'm waiting for your answer.
No, there is no answer to that, ma'am.
It's not. No critical.
No, ma'am. I'm going to ask you something, okay? You're 30 years old, right?
30.
Okay, do me a favor. Represent black women in a good way, just like you want me to represent black men. What you're doing right now is not really a good look. You don't look like you really give a damn. You smoking.
Actually, I do. That's why I'm here. I want to hear how
like
you feel.
you don't
Because you
look
don't give
like
a damn about women. You don't. You don't. You don't respect all women.
How don't I give a damn about women?
You don't. You're specific to a certain.
Explain.
You're specific.
No.
You're
See,
specific to
oh
a
no, you
certain.
can't overtalk me.
You're.
The first thing you
Can
can't.
I respond?
The first thing you can't do.
Are you gonna let me
is
respond, Kevin?
See, this is why I said the ground rules.
Can I respond now?
You can calm down, and I'll give you a chance to respond. But the first ground rule is over talking. One, the audience can't hear. Two, it's disrespectful. I will let you exit stage left.
Can
I respond? I don't give a damn.
Let me know when I can respond, Kevin.
Well, you say I don't give a damn about women. Based upon what?
Generally speaking, big women, strong women, weak women, black, white. Overall, you have a certain specific crowd of women that you cater to. So with that being said, the women outside of big women, small, you're very generalized as far as women that you feel are worthy. So I'm just speaking for everybody, generally.
Well, you're not speaking for everybody. You're speaking for yourself, cause
I'm not.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I'm waiting for you to ask how big
first off, see, this is what I mean. You can't have a respectful conversation with somebody who wants to overtalk. No, I have hundreds, thousands of women who love what I do.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, more women like me than dislike me.
That's true. I like you. Who said I don't like you?
Well, but how can women like me and I don't give a damn about them?
I don't know. I said generally speaking.
No, generally means
that's why I'm here.
No. Generally means the majority. See, the majority of women like what I have to say.
So they appreciate it.
They like it and appreciate it.
So my question is, you cannot
overtalk me. You don't get a million followers here and a million followers there.
My page's private. I don't need followers.
Well, I don't. Again, so this is why I want you guys to understand. Having a conversation with somebody, you don't really have a critique. You just don't like it. And here's the thing: if you don't like what I have to say,
I'm listening.
Go somewhere else, because you haven't asked one.
You ain't said shit. My question is, women who date men for money, how do you feel about that? That's my question. You can't answer that.
Yeah, I can't. Again, and this is why I tell you, I don't do anything except I can't make women look good or bad. I just talk to women. I didn't make her come in here and do that. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Oh,
y'all. How are you?
How old are you?
I'm doing fine.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 30.
What is your criticism or critique?
Like she said, that you always putting black women down. Did a black woman hurt you or something? I mean, I don't understand.
Okay, so we've got all the insults out of the way. So let's get to the conversation, okay? Just don't worry about insults. Stay
okay.
Conversation. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
I don't have none though.
Well, but we don't do that. See, I've already addressed all your insults that you could have. Who hurt you? Your mama black, you gay. We've got all that out on the table. Let's get to the grown stuff, okay?
Why do you think that it shouldn't be 50-50? Why do you think that it should be?
Okay, one rule, don't overtalk me. Let's get to the grown stuff. Your critique is I always put black women down.
Yeah.
How often have you been watching my content?
Maybe a few months.
So you have not seen any videos to where I say anything nice about black women?
No.
How many times do you watch my videos a week?
Well, see, the first time I ever watched it, you was putting a black woman down. So to me, right there, that automatically that ruined it.
Ma'am, that's what you watched. Is not my responsibility. Congratulations, ma'am, with that big old rock on your hand. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. She said, hold it up again. Hold it up again. Hold on. Yeah. Bam, bam. God He got the infinity stone up on that piece. Congratulations. That's very good. Thank you very much.
He could do a similar thing.
Changed a lot. My sister changed a lot, and you know,
Okay.
another marriage.
What is going on?
You have to say to that. All right. That's on this very Instagram platform you're on right now. A black woman saying what?
I'm gonna call on Kevin's show, and I'm gonna tell him that because of you, I was able to snatch the ring.
Where's your husband? Where's your husband?
You said my husband?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
So basically, okay. I'm just asking. I don't know if you're married or single. I didn't answer that question.
No, I'm thinking.
Okay, so I want to know if you've been watching me for a couple of months, and that happened this year.
Okay.
How you can tend to overlook that, and it's all over my platform.
Because when you go live,
man,
that's not what you're talking about, though. When you go live, you're not talking about that, Kevin. When you go live,
what do you have to say about that? What do you have to say
that's
about
outstanding. That's good for now, but that's not what you're always talking about. As a black man should be on a black woman's team.
I talk about what women come up to talk about. See, this is the problem. You ladies want to have a narrative. When I show you something that counteracts it, you don't even say, you know what, maybe I was wrong. Do you think maybe you could be wrong?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, you're wrong.
Just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. I'll give you maybe 10%. Yeah, 10% maybe I could be wrong. But the other 90%, no, because the things that I hear you say that we should automatically be listening to what the black man said. It's not our fault that they took the black man out the house. No, that's not our fault. Is it our place to put him back in the house?
Hold on,
yeah.
Okay, stop. Who took the black man out of the house?
The white man took the black man out of the house.
No, he didn't.
Not the black man. I mean, not us, but the white man.
Excuse me. No, he didn't. Black 75% divorce rate. Divorce is filed at the 80% rate by our women. That ain't a white man's name on the divorce decree.
So what about the people who ain't divorced?
No, but
man, we were the most married people. We were married at a rate of 80% prior to 1965. And there's no white people couldn't break us apart in chattel slavery, Jim Crow, segregation. But what did was feminism in college. How many children?
in college. I don't have any children.
Okay. So again, you're sitting back saying what I don't. I talk to women every day, and I respond to what they say.
Okay.
Okay.
So
he ain't gonna be anywhere. That's
oh, okay.
In the background.
So basically, you said.
Because see, this is what I mean. This is what I want you guys to understand. Hey, Shirley always back there doing something. I'm just saying, y'all always want to say somebody dislike y'all like you don't have anything to do with this. Like you don't have anything to do with this. Women like that woman are perpetual victims. In order for their lives to make sense, you and I have to be at fault. Somebody had to do something to her. That's fine. Yeah, I heard the smoke detector. I mean, I'm really waiting to have an honest criticism. I just don't like that you say this and I don't like that. Okay. Not one talk about something different. The white man did it. All right. What's the issue?
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm okay. How old are you?
Old enough.
You got one more time, and I will go ahead and let you go. All right, that's going to be her name. So let's go ahead and look that up. Yeah, that doesn't work. So I want you to think about, see how often all this bull crap that's in the comment section, but when it comes right down to it, yeah. I'm old enough to do what? Oh, I don't want to put your kids up, but you know what? All right. So, reset, recalibrate. What is your criticism or critique? Try to make it concise. And what the issue really is shut up. Shut up. I don't like that you say this. Stop saying things. Let women say whatever they want to, however they want to, and you just be a good boy. This is the real problem. That's the real problem, especially in our community. Black men, we are supposed to be second-class citizens. We're supposed to listen to mama, auntie, cousin, nene. We're supposed to do what they tell us to do. We're supposed to shut up and fall in line. Buy them a house, pay their bills, say yes, sir. Say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I love that the black woman is God and the queen. And those are the black men they want. You want the black men who bow down to you. And then you want us to go out there like crash test dummies and fight and war and kill and everything else and build on your behalf. We're supposed to go out in the world and combat with every other man and then come home and be good boys. Sorry. The kind of men that are going to be required to build the black community are the kind of men you're going to have to learn how to contend with. And if you can't contend with a man, then get with your girlfriend or get with the beta dudes, get with the little baby boys you raised and move on. Hey, no heat, no judgment. But one of the issues is so many women are saying, when you move up to a certain level, you can't get a man at your level or higher. Why is that? Why when women move up to this level, they got to get men that are down here? The old trope was because there ain't no man at our level. No, it's because your mindset and your lack of femininity. The men who are at this level exist. And I'm going to tell you, the men that are at your level or higher, I talk to them every day. And they're saying, there's no way in hell I'd date. I can't bring her around my colleagues. I can't bring her into my neighborhood. I can't do this. I'm not going to be the mother of my child. That's the problem. So go right ahead. All right, let's get on back to it. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, buddy. I like this. Getting ready for tonight's live stream. By the way, if you're tuning in, and make sure you hit the like button or the dislike button. I don't care which one. Just do something when you come in. Tonight's live stream, I'm going to do it about Mgtow and why it is necessary. Mgtow is necessary for a lot of different reasons. What up, Clifton? How are you? There's just a lot of misinformation out there. And I want to clear up several things for guys who are, red pill just used to be called being a man. That's what it really comes down to. Mgtow was a response, as BGS said it best, but it's necessary. What's going on? But I do want to talk about this whole thing about what next. I'm going to tell you right now. Well, I don't care what you think, women, gynocentrism, all these other things, they aren't the enemy. The real problem is whiny crybaby whiny, crybaby men, simps, white knights, and manginas. Because what it comes right down to is life is a game. And the winners the winners aren't the ones complaining. It's the losers. Yeah, if you're always in somebody's comment section, hating on women with your blank ass avatar. Look, if you don't, when I look at a comment, and if I see just an initial and I don't see your picture, I'm going to assume, especially if you're a woman, you're fugly. But if you're a dude and you don't have a picture and you on some irate over the top stuff, I'm just going to assume you're a loser. Because losers don't complain. Let me tell you why losers don't complain. Because they just lost the game. They just lost that point. They didn't lose the war. See, players straight up win. Players win, 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 win. I've always been a player. And that don't mean a pimp player. That means I play the game. Look here, black men. We took an L in slavery. We've taken L's with our women. So what? Read your history. Plenty of other men better than you or me have lost throughout history. Suck that shit up. Have I ever been a pimp? Have I ever been a pimp player? Go check my videos. That's been well documented, of course. But the bottom line is this. Players win. Remember when Buffalo was playing Houston in the 92 AFC Championship? They were down 38-3 at halftime. Well, get the fuck off my channel, punk. Somebody get him out of here. Wulong Wong. Peace out. In the championship, yeah, adios. Don't come back. This ain't for you. In the championship, Houston was kicking Buffalo's butt. They were waxing them. The average the average whiner you see in the comment section, you know, women are the enemy. We can't get ahead because of white supremacy and systematic, institutionalized racism. They would have packed it in and said, you know what, we lose. No, Buffalo came back out and found a way to win. Players find ways to win. That's the difference between a winner and a loser. A loser loses before the game is even over. A lot of you cats who are upset at women firing off in the comment section, talking crazy, you're a loser. You're a loser because the game isn't over. The game is your life. You ain't dead. You can do something. The guys who were, and we're going to talk about this today, the guys who are hardcore Mgtow, I see a lot of them going at pickup artists and dating coaches and all this other kind of stuff in the comment section. But the people who run the channels, let's just be realistic. The people who run the channel whose faces are front and center tend to be the winners, whether they're on Mgtow or whether they're on the player side. And here's the thing. I don't care if you are a hardcore Mgtow. Life is still a game. You need it. You need to get out there and deal with everything else. But how you play the game dictates whether or not you're going to win or lose. A lot of cats today are just running around losing, and you're claiming Mgtow. You're claiming all these different things. You're claiming gynocentrism, white supremacy, all this other kind of stuff to justify or validate why you suck. I'm going to say that again. If you're holding on to red pill, Mgtow, white supremacy, gynocentrism, all these other buzzwords to justify and validate why you suck. If none of those things existed, you'd find another reason. Kittens are against us. The roaches are rebelling. The fleas are, you'd find a reason. Losers have always found, losers, quitters, people have always found a way to justify losing. Now, I'm going to chime in specifically on black men. Black men got this really bad because we have been history's losers in these states. But guess what? If you overweight, undereducated, don't care about your image or impression, don't care about how you come across, can't talk to anyone, can't communicate, speak like in Ebonics, you loser. What defines a loser in your eyes? That's the point. It's not a matter of defining a loser in my eyes. How about this? Look at your results. Look at your results. And instead of saying, well, what defines a loser in your eyes? Someone who has a scarcity mentality, someone who always believes that the glass is half empty, somebody who comes in here questioning. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to be rude, but that's not even a question a winner would ask. Straight up. A winner wouldn't ask what defines being a loser. Winners don't concern themselves as losers. That's why they keep winning. All they do is win. The reason you hear me talking about it is because I try to help men who are on the verge being able to go between winning and losing. Most of my clients are winners. I don't have to go talk. I mean, not most, all my clients are winners. I'm not going to lie. I don't have to tell a man, you need to worry about your image, such and so forth, and take advantage of them. Most of my clients have attorneys, they have business coaches, they are achievers. You don't have to tell someone with a winning mindset, your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your free throws. Your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your 40 time. Your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your math. When I was a C student in mathematics, no one had to tell me, guess what, Kevin, if you want to be an engineer, you got to double down and go learn and do what you did. You need to come to school early, stay after school late. My freshman year in college, my background is chemical engineering. My freshman year in college, while everybody else was taking calculus, I had to take college algebra. I spent 35 hours a week studying college algebra, doing the homework assignments, looking at last year's tests, working with tutors, all this stuff out of my own pocket, making $3.35 an hour. I went and got a job at Taco freaking Bell to go pay a tutor. You know why? Because it was my name on the test. It was my life. It was about me. Yeah, if I would have made a C in college algebra, I could have taken the easy path. I failed classes before. I failed calculus. But you know what I did? I didn't blame anybody. I said, dude, your calc game sucks. You don't understand. I didn't go whine and blame my single mother, my absentee father. I didn't blame white people. I didn't blame the women that broke my life. I said, you know what? Dude, you got to get better. If you say you want this, you want to be an engineer, you got to do what it takes. Not question why I got to take calculus to be an engineer. Okay, due respect, maybe you're new. So here's the thing. When I'm talking about something, if you got a question that's off the topic and you want me to respond to it, gladly hit the super chat button. Put something in that question. $1, $2, $5. If you got a question you want to ask me about a fragrance or something like that, I'm not talking about that. If you want me to get off the topic, do that. That's what super chat's for. So tonight, we're going to talk about winners and losers. Players win. Yeah, players win. They don't always win, but they win enough to call themselves winners. There's something that was said, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. True. But it doesn't matter if you win or lose, how you play the game. But if you lose long enough, you are a loser. Green Bay Packers have a history of being winners. From the 60s on through. Dallas Cowboys, history of being winners. Pittsburgh Steelers have a history of being winners. You have the opposite side of the coin too in the NFL. History of being losers. Why? You got the same talent, same draft picks, same opportunities, but losing is a mentality. Losing is a lifestyle. Losing is a mindset. You can change around and decide you want to win. The first thing you got to stop doing is bitching and complaining about everybody else, arguing about what's the white supremacy, women, such and so forth. Look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm overweight, undereducated, but performing below my ability. Women don't holler at me because I ain't even a man. Why should anybody want to respect me when I don't even carry myself with a modicum of respect? You need to get yourself together. That's why it doesn't matter. Money, looks, all this other stuff, that only comes into consideration after your first demand. A man cares about himself and carries himself according to a standard. When I'm in a business meeting today, I walked in there looking like I look because this is my standard. No one else's, my standard. I have a standard. I hold myself accountable because I'm a winner. I win at everything I do, and even when I lose, I win. Because you can lose the game, you can lose the point, but don't lose the lesson. Do something, lose, learn, lose better. But I am so sick of men whining all the goddamn time. Bring your ass to these channels to listen to all this good knowledge, and I still see you talking about the same shit in the comment section. Go away. Because it ain't the women who will have the problem. It is you. You. You could take all the fat, ugly broads and move them to the side. Women only follow what the men do. And that's where we have a real problem. Because as men, we know we got an issue. And if you're a loser, you know you're a loser. And you hate hearing people talk about losing stuff. All right, you want a battle between these two? Let's have a battle. Welcome back. We're doing something I haven't done in a long time, filming live in the car. Today I want to talk about Prada Luna Rosa, Carbon, and Dior Sauvage. The battle that will rage for 2017. Why? Well, Dior Sauvage is a beast. We know it's a beast. It is a club banger. It is a winner. It is an undisputed champion. And last year watched E's frag off competition, which I still think the fix was in, but let's move on. I don't need to tell you any more about Dior Sauvage. If you own it, you know. Even if you're a fragrance lover, we can talk about it. It's a chemical mess, amber rocks, and blah blah blah. Women love it. It's a hit. People love it. From spray to stop, people love it. Its power is its linearness. Its power is the amber rocks. Its power is the bergamot opening and the crowd pleasing, everything else. Dior Sauvage is like that bad boy that everyone wants to hate, but they gotta love him anyway. Kind of like Tony Stark. Iron Man, you just like, you're a jerk, but dude, I love you. That's Dior Sauvage. Then you got Prada Luna Rosa Carbon coming along and said, okay, I see you getting all the shine, but I'm not a bad boy. I'm a smooth dude. You know, I'm not gonna be boisterous. Step out. It's all about me. I'm gonna just sit back in the cut and do what I do, and I'm gonna let it come to me. That's Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. Both bad boys, but they do it in a different way. One is a dog, the other's a player. Put it in Black fraternity Greek language. One is a Q, the other's a noob. Put it in everybody's language. You know who it is. One is the guy in a leather jacket, comes up on a Harley, and everybody knows, or at least they think they know what he's about. The other one drives up a sporty BMW, laid back, does what he does. Prada Luna Rosa Carbon is a winner, hands down, and I think it is the answer to the question. The question was, as a grown man or a modern sexy savage of 30 plus age, can I really rock Dior Sauvage like the younger guys are doing it? And the answer is you could, but it may come off a little too try hard. But Prada Luna Rosa Carbon takes all the guesswork out of it for you. It is creamy. It is sophisticated, darn near opulent. It's less expensive and it's minimalist. It knows what it's trying to do. It knows it's going out there not to get compliments, but to get noticed. It knows exactly its purpose. It was created for one thing and one thing alone: to get noticed. And that's exactly what it'll do. But it won't get noticed in an overbearing, ostentatious, look at me, here I am kind of thing. It'll get noticed in the most smooth, cool kind of kind of ways, and that's its power. So, what do I think about the fragrance overall, scent-wise? Well, it smells like Dior Sauvage. So, if you like that scent, you'll love this scent. Performance, 6 hours plus. It's not a beast like Sauvage, but it's not meant to be. So 6 hours plus. Projection 2 to 3 feet. Sillage 2 to 3 feet. Overall, bona fide winner. So, which one wins? Which one is the king? Which one knocks the other one out, hits it in the face, and says, I am the king? Which one is Sonny Liston? Which one is Muhammad Ali? Use any great epic battle. And I'm going to tell you right now, there is no winner. There is no winner because these two things don't even compete. They look at each other and say, you know what? You're a brawler, but I'm a baller. Take it back to old break dancing. You're up rock, I'm on the ground. They're two different fragrances. You're the bad boy, you're the dog, I'm the player. You're the pimp, I'm the Mac. They're not competing. They got mutual respect for each other. It's game recognized game. That is what I think of Prada Luna Rossa, Carbon, Dior Sauvage. There is no battle. They are both beasts. And I tell you right now, if you do like, the old school video games, or what was that, Twin Dragons? Throw that elbow. If both of them go out with their boys, one's cool, one's rough, they both going home with exactly what they came for. They both win. I love fragrances like this where everybody can win because there's enough to go around. Do me a favor, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this Battle of the Titans. I don't think it's a battle. I think the world just got to be a better place. Kind of like Invictus and Invictus Aqua. Aqua made it to where guys who weren't in the club banging generation could actually wear Invictus Aqua. Just like Bulgari Black made Spice Bomb more rounded and more people could wear it. I love when fragrances get the yin to their yang. Remember, if you like this content, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up. And until next time, talk at you later. No shame in the Godfather's game at all. Y'all see you imagine how crazy that would be? Come on, overtime is there. Big Henny busted up with, hey, here's Sugar Baby. 1, 2, 3. And then be like, come on, you need to come on the show. No, they can't come on the show. No. Say it for us all.
She belongs to the streets.
Paper origami boats. All right, all kidding aside, how many of you guys have been around long enough to remember back in the day when I said that we need to be able to make effing university because so many dudes need to learn how to. Because today, I'm not going to lie, the average woman dating is more experienced than the average guy. Well, matchmaking doesn't work in the Black community like it works in other communities. Black women have shown that they don't value matchmaking. They think high value men should be for free. Okay, granted. Well, you have to be an asset to these guys. So I bet you that could work. Who put okay. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all need to stop this bull crap. I don't like those jokes, right? Perk 30 in my Red Bull. Okay, we're gonna give you a little timeout for that one. And I still know dark liquor. See, what we need to understand in the Black community is relationships. Where'd you get the marriage? Really, as the middle class idea with monogamy is a new thing. Marriage used to be the way warring nations or tribes or people made peace. Marriage is the way families join together. I've got sons, you got daughters. I'll marry my sons to your daughters. I'm a farmer. You're you have livestock. Marriage was a practical thing. We are not that far off from our hunter-gatherer evolutionary biology. And I'm going to tell you, I prefer relationships at the top 20% level because they are far more structured. They make much more sense. Love is business and business is love. You can have both. But see, the thing is, average people, we were taught that we used to fall in love in this romantic thing, and there's not enough leverage on either side. That's what I'm saying. Like it or not, you see a lot of these relationships with age gaps. So you got older men with younger women. That's a more natural thing than you see people getting together for short term and breaking up. I would say this too. Men, okay, guys, I'm going to open it up, guys. You can, let me see if we reached the mark to where guys can call in yet. We're almost there. We're almost there to where guys can call in. You know what the problem with this whole sugaring and internships and mentors, all these are pay for play. Black community got a real problem with this. I could care less though. I'm a pragmatist. I'm very pragmatic. I could care less. You don't have to like it. It's number one. Number two, a lot of black men, man, we're too romantic about relationships. You're romantic. I think that's one of the downsides of being raised by our mothers. We become so romantic when it comes to relationships that y'all talk this alpha male RP stuff, but a lot of you guys be in your bed on your stomach reading Harlequin romances like a bunch of bitches. You can talk all that shit all you want to, but all I got to do to break your whole flow is put the chick that is built the way you like, your kind of chick, and let her show you some interest. Here comes the blue pill under yourself. All you, just like that. See, look at this here. Prostitute, let me go ahead and help you out, man. Go ahead and time you out. This is grown-up stuff over here. Grown-up stuff over here. Go ahead and grow you up over here. You can use that called prostitution. Dude, marriage can be considered to be legal prostitution. Grow your ass up. See, that's what I tell you. When you hear men talking about prostitution and all this other stuff, the guys who tend to say that are guys who tend to be romantic or guys who still need to get their weight up on their finances. But see, in our community, you look at it as shaming, and in other communities, they look at it as business. That's your mama coming out of you. It's prostitution. That's your mama. What do they call what is tricking called in non-black communities? Still ain't got that word because they don't have a word for it. They don't have a word for it in non-black communities. You tricking. Man, men of value pay women to stay on program and to stay. If you don't think that the women you deal with are going to have a cost, if you haven't figured in the cost of a woman's going to have, if she's going to make you any money at all, meaning her presence in your life increases your productivity or whatever, if you haven't done the math on a woman, stop playing. Stop playing. This is why I say far too many men don't have a position for a woman, and then you get mad when she's in your life and you don't know what she's there for outside the bedroom. Yeah, you can see a lot of guys upset, like, oh man, it's prostitution. In there reading on their stomach, writing love letters, listening to this emo rap shit. If you don't put XX Tentacion shit down, she don't love me, my baby, popping another perk. You little emo ass bitches. That's your generation, man. Crying and rap. tattooing your face up. Oh man, my generation had this shit too. It was called Pretty Brown Eyes. It was called Baby Face. If you don't think my generation had emo rap, it was called, what was emo rap in my generation called? Uh, hmm. I'll pay your rent. I'll buy your clothes. What was that song? If you don't think my generation had emo rap, soon as I get home from work, if you don't think my generation had emo ass rap, and Babyface, I used to catch hell for Babyface because people like, you look like Babyface. Hoven, call him Hoven face. God, the Babyface jokes I've had to endure in my lifetime. I used to have to endure so many goddamn jokes behind Babyface. Hoven face. Here's Babyface. What kind of man would I be to leave you standing in the cold? Must have been a silly one to sacrifice a pot of gold. You're the kind of woman that needs a man that's always there. It's not that you require a lot. You just need some tender love and care on your stomach, right in your goddamn notebook. I give good love. I'll buy your clothes. I'll cook your dinner too as soon as I'll get home from work. I'll pay your rent, your faithful love as soon as I get home from work. As soon as I get home from work, girl, I'll treat you right. I'll never lie for all it's work. I'll give you good love. This is the birth of that Percocet emo ass shit. And you wonder why women are so crazy. And we sitting there 19 years old with the damn, sitting in there 19 to 21 years old with the damn blue light on, making love. Niggas is broke as shit. Making love to Keith Washington. Can't got to decide to pay the light bill or the phone bill. Talk about as soon as I get home from work. Nigga, you broke. It doesn't make sense that you shouldn't have a broken heart. If I were the only one, I'd never let you find apart. You're the kind of woman that needs a man with lots of cash to stake up a stack of major credit cards. And with me, you don't have to ask. And we wonder why our women is crazy. We was in there. We weren't in there as fucking. We was making love, looking at each other, kissing and shit, candles on, baby oil. And they believe this shit. Look at this shit. I give good love. I buy your clothes, cook your dinner too. As soon as I get home from work, I'll pay your rent. I'll pay your rent. You're a faithful lover. I'll never ever do you wrong. As soon as I get home from work, girl, I'll treat you right. Girl, I'll never lie. I'll never mess around. As soon as I get home from work, I'm coming straight home to you, baby. Yes, girl. Girl, I'll be around, never let you down for all it's worth, all it's worth. I give good love, 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 love. Giving. Yeah, man. Yeah, shit. Now, see? That's why your mama and them is messed up. Because they mama said, girl, go get your education. Go and get your education. Go on to school, get your PhD.
I'm a PhD.
That's what they mama told them. Then our mamas told us this shit. And we out here listening to Chucky Booker and Keith Washington and Joe and Silk and all this shit. And you got these two young people getting together and we in here trying to, make love. Shit broke as hell. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Relationships ain't never been this. Who can the fucking do all that? I'll pay your rent, I'll buy your clothes, cook your dinner too. As soon as I get home from work, gotta have lots of cash, major credit cards, you ain't gotta ask. No, fuck that. It's lies. Lies. Can't nobody do all that. Oh, let me tell you what and see, for every song that came out like that, you ain't had a lot of women singing that song. Let's see, Superwoman. Now, I want you to understand that there was a time where women were talking about the cleanup woman and all this other kind of stuff. Women weren't singing this kind of shit back then. I'm not your superwoman. I'm not the kind of girl you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I'm only human. A girl needs occasional hugs, token of love from you. I'm not your superwoman. See, that's what happened. Karen White and them talk about I ain't your superwoman. And Babyface in there talking about I give good love, pretty brown eyes, and all this shit. Mm-mm. That ain't what it is. If all that comes later on, this is practical. My way works better. Get practical with it. I give good love. I'll cook your dinner too as soon as I get home from work. I'm tired. Get home from work and try to do all that shit. I'll get you next week. Oh my God. So they were shitting on men and we were singing love songs to them. Shitting on men. While Babyface was doing this shit, right here in Atlanta, TLC was scrubbing and creeping. They were scrubbing and creeping. They were scrubbing and creeping. Mm-hmm. Whoa, wow, whoa, wow, whoa, wow. Yeah, Babyface and them over there just lying to women, left out setting mansions on fire and shit. I prefer seasonal sugar babies, like Richard Gere said in Pretty Woman, $3,000 for the weekend, and on Sunday you will leave. I'm going to hell, but y'all are going to join me. All right, man, it's 1:30. That was fun. A little overtime. However it works, man, we got to learn how. We must learn how to interact with one another. Ladies, if you want a high value man, or if you want a man to commit to you for a lifetime, you must be a woman of value and always provide the girlfriend experience. If you don't know what the girlfriend experience is, book a session for $59.95. I'll tell you right now. Can you imagine what's gonna happen when they see my profile on Seeking Arrangements? They're like, "Oh, girl, I found Kevin Samuels Seeking Arrangement." Mm-hmm. He said he's gonna be on there. Sure did. Sure did. Oh my God. I ain't even say it. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what would happen if I popped up in Atlanta with blonde hair, blue eye, white woman? Oh Jesus Christ! The internet would go ape shit crazy. First off, they'd have to determine, was that really a girl or was it a guy dressed like a girl? You know, because everybody, they just need me to be gay for some reason. I talked about that last night. Oh, yeah, by the way, let's do that real quick. Let's talk about that real quick. Shirley, I got a question for you. Shirley, why do y'all need me to be gay? I asked this on Instagram, but since we're in overtime, why do y'all need me to be gay so much? I mean, it's like so many women just need me to be gay. It would make their whole day. They spend all kind of time looking and trying to secretly find. Look, did you see what he said this when he should have said that? He stumbled over this word. He did this and did it. Look at his shoe and the way he had his finger this way. Why do y'all need me to be gay so much? Shirley and you beta males who go ahead and back Shirley up, why is that such a big deal to y'all? They need guys and the answer is they need it because if I'm gay, that means what I say is because I don't like women, or is it you do like it gives you something else to talk about? No, not really. See, this is the old trope. Back in the babyface days when women couldn't find men, they had to make black men secretly gay or down low to justify why they sit up on these panels at 50 years old talking about men that they could have got with back in the 90s if they had some sense. See, gentlemen, you'll understand something, that they never pick men that they don't want to be gay, bisexual, or down low. It's always the kind and caliber of men they want and wish they could get, but they can't, so they make them gay. We get it, Shirley. We get it. Still don't work though. Don't work, don't work. And could you imagine what would happen if I stepped out and, you know what, I might just do that shit. I might do it. I might just do it. Go get me a blonde hair, blue eye. Yep. Don't be surprised. Can you imagine what it would be all over the shade room, all over everywhere? Oh, controversial internet influencer, image consultant, full-time black woman hater, spotted with a very attractive blonde, blue-eyed woman, snuggled up and smoothed up. There would be streams for a week. Hey, Free, I should do this shit, right? Oh my God. Go on the offensive and start trolling her ass. No, you know what it would be, Jonathan? What it would be, they'd be like, oh, no, he just did that. That's his beard. Oh, that's the beard is when a woman does it, right? So if I did it, it would be me hiring a woman to throw everybody off the gay trail. Oh my God, Jonathan, you know what I'm gonna do? Jonathan, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go get me a blonde. I don't like blondes. I like brunettes. Brunette, green eyes, brown eyes, something like that. And then pull up in Shops at Buckhead and bust out in the hold on. Oh yeah, fuck with now. Fuck with now. Bust out in these heels, bust out in these right there. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bust out in them shoes right there and make them lose their fucking mind. I'm gonna wear those shoes and be like, oh, he wore, the heel said, the boot said kitten on him. Oh my God, the internet will lose its mind. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bust out the pink fur coat and everything. Holy shit. Y'all ready? They're gonna be like, oh, they would lose it. They would lose. Do you realize the people who would lose their mind, they would just be like, you know, you don't need to go find skipped over clips and splice together shit that I said and take photos. No, I'm gonna give you everything you want to. So every time you see me stepping around Atlanta in this, it's gonna be an inside joke. Oh my God. Oh, oh, let's do it. Oh my God. Oh. That would be so much fun. Officially, troll season has started. Y'all can say what y'all want to. These some comfortable ass shoes. We so ready for it. I'm ready for it. Oh. Guaranteed content for years. We're going to reverse Grinch their ass. Y'all want to reverse Grinch them? Y'all want to reverse Grinch their ass? I'm going to reverse Grinch them. Be pissing them. I'll be like, I cannot believe it. He took all of our best punchlines. We can't say anything anymore, guys. It's not fair. It's not right. Oh my, not even cool. It's good to be the king. PhD.
I'm a PhD.
I cannot say what's wrong or right. It's not hard to fool me. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all. So tell your good lies. 'Cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah. Susceptible now. Before the moment flies. Ooh. So tell your good lies. 'Cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh. Susceptible now. Before the moment flies. It's not a problem. No. 'Cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah. And nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted